Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for being here today and for your continued support of the channel. I really do appreciate it. And in today's Pick a Card reading, we're going to be getting the channeled message of the day from Spirit. And to do this reading, I've laid out 3 piles of cards here. Pile number 1, you're going to be this pale purple crystal. Pile 2, you're going to be the clear crystal here. And pile 3, you're going to be the white and black crystal. So take a minute and focus on the piles, decide which one you're most drawn to. You can then scroll down to the description box below where I have timestamps listed for each pile. You can then click on your timestamp and you'll be directly forwarded to your reading. So let's get into the reading. Hi, pile ones, you guys chose the pale purple crystal. And let's take a look at your message of the day. So you have the wolf here with instincts. You also have talisman. You have cypress, and it says aids transition and transformation. You have blue kyanite. Find clarity in expression. Communicate with confidence. You have I am filled with divine energy. Beautiful. And you have soul search with the L spirit. And it says, access your intuition and trust your instincts as you seek deeper understanding. Beautiful. So I'm getting the message here from Spirit, pile 1. About using your instincts and really recognizing. Sorry about that, pile 1. So I'm getting the message here about really using your instincts right now and tuning in to your higher voice, tuning into that higher wisdom and guidance that you're receiving from Spirit. Because we have this card here about accessing your intuition and trusting your instincts. So the message here, I feel like from Spirit, is about really trusting yourself, pile 1. Trusting that you know the right thing to do, you know the right thing to say, and really believing in yourself and having that faith in your instincts and in your feelings and in your intuitions and going with that. And also knowing, pile 1, that you are filled with this divine energy here. Know that you are very connected to the divine and to your guides and to your angels, pile 1. And I also get a message here about communication. So there's a lot of blue energy here, which represents the throat chakra. So I feel like there's also a message here about maybe working on your communication. For some of you, you may actually be doing something related to communication as a job. You know, you may be a speaker, you may be a writer, you may be in the media somehow. But there's a message here about finding clarity and communicating with confidence. And I feel like also for some of you, you know, maybe keeping some sort of talisman or charm maybe on you when you're communicating with others, maybe something that helps you to find clarity and to communicate more clearly. So for some of you, that's a message here. But there's also, a message that, maybe some of you are communicating and it requires tuning into your instincts and using your instincts in some way. So that message is here as well. So I want to get some more energy here from the tarot to clarify this energy here. So you have the Queen of Wands. Beautiful. Because the Queen of Wands talks about being in our power, communicating with confidence, because the Queen of Wands is very confident. And she's also very instinctual. She follows her instincts and she knows, she believes in herself. She believes in her abilities and in her feelings and in her ideas. So that message is coming through here as well. You also have the Eight of Swords here. And that can talk about, when we're not trusting our instincts, when we're in our headspace and we're worried about things, or we're not trusting in our own power and in our own ideas and our own thoughts. We're kind of feeling trapped and worried. So Spirit really just wants you to come out of this Eight of Swords energy here and really trust yourself, pile one. Trust your instincts, trust your feelings on things, and communicate with confidence. You also have the Five of Wands here, which can be when maybe we're having conflicts. This could be conflicts with others, or this can be conflicts within ourselves, It can be about, intrusive thoughts or internal dialogue that is negative, or, just sort of fighting with ourselves here. And so I feel like there's a message about really just trusting yourself and, believing that you are capable of doing whatever you set out to do, pile one. And, you're very instinctual, you're very intuitive. So believe in that, trust in that, pile one. You also have the Nine of Wands here. And that can be when we need to be persistent. We need to keep going and keep persisting, keep trying, not give up. And, I feel like there is a message here about just believing in yourself, pile one, and just trusting yourself is really, the main message here coming through. So I love that. So I just want to get one final message here for you guys. So Spirit, can we get a final message or guidance for pile one, please? Okay, so you have the Reindeer and Santa here with Inner Child. And it says, remember when you believed, channel your inner child and be open to the magic that surrounds you. Wow, I love that. So yeah, when we're a child, we trust our instincts. We do things and we don't question it. We don't worry about it. We don't say, oh, should I have gotten on that bike? We just do it. We get on that bike and we ride it, and so I feel like that's sort of the message here, is really going back to when you were a child and try to get in that mind frame when you believed in yourself and you weren't afraid and you weren't fearful, you weren't anxious, you weren't worried, you just did it, and I feel like if you channel your inner child here, you will get that confidence back, pile one, that confidence and belief in yourself and in your own abilities. So very interesting. So that is all I have for you guys today, pile one. I hope you enjoyed the reading and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please let me know down below. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye. pile two, so you guys chose this clear crystal here. Let's take a look at your message of the day. So you have the raccoon here with resourcefulness. You also have, I am holding my challenges lightly. You also have serpentine, and it says, embrace transformation. Let go of old patterns and beliefs. You have patchouli, and it says, lightens and eases worry. You have citadel. And you have the rabbit spirit with quick results. And it says, move swiftly to realize your dreams and adapt to new situations with grace. Interesting. So I'm getting the message here from Spirit, pile 2, that you may be going through something right now that is a bit challenging and is causing some worry in your life. And I feel like this situation requires you to be resourceful right now. So maybe you're dealing with a lack of money, a lack of resources, a lack of help, maybe. And it requires you to really be resourceful right now, to really use all of your powers and all of your thoughts and all of your ideas to make do with what you have, and to be resourceful, to find new ways of doing things, or to find new sources of income, or, find new people to help you, maybe, however it resonates here. But I feel like there is a need to sort of be resourceful right now, and to not take your challenges too seriously, to understand that you are this resourceful person and you will find a solution to whatever your challenges are, pile 2. And I feel like, part of this may also be related to old beliefs. Maybe you have a negative opinion about money or about your ability to make money. And Spirit is really asking you to let that go, embrace change and let those old patterns and beliefs go. Because I do feel like you're protected by Spirit here. With the citadel energy being here, I feel like you're very protected and you are very resourceful. So you will find those solutions, pile 2. And, Spirit just wants you to know that they are with you. They are protecting you here. And, with the rabbit spirit being here, rabbits represent abundance. So I do feel like there is some sort of abundance that is coming to you. This could be money, this could be resources, this could be investors, however it resonates here. But I do feel like there is abundance coming. And, Spirit is asking you to really, take the effort and take the time to make your dreams happen. And if you take those efforts, you will get these quick results here. As long as you're putting in the time and the action and the effort, you will get there, pile 2. So beautiful. So I want to get some tarot now to clarify this energy. So you have the 5 of Cups. And that can be, what I was talking about before, when we're disappointed. We're feeling like a lack energy. We don't have enough of something, whether it's money, time, resources, whatever it is, we're in that lack energy, that lack mindset. And that is really what Spirit is asking you to look at and to heal, pile 2. You also have the 4 of Wands here, which is about creating stability. And, it can be about establishing a firm structure, being resourceful and finding solutions, and building a strong foundation for ourselves so that we don't have these worries and these fears pile too. So I love that. You also have the Lover's energy here. And that's about, not only it's about doing what we love, but also it's about creating harmony in our life, creating that sense of peace and harmony and fun, and I feel like by being resourceful and really, not taking your challenges too seriously, you'll be more in this energy of balance here and this energy of harmony and happiness. So interesting. You also have the High Priestess here, which is beautiful because, the High Priestess is someone who really tunes into her intuition and knows that everything is going to be okay no matter what, and she's very resourceful. She uses all of the tools in her toolbox to make her dreams happen, and she doesn't worry about things. She just rides the wave, and she believes in herself. So really important message there, pile 2. So I just want to get one last message for you guys. So Spirit, can we get a final message or guidance for pile 2, please? Final message. Okay, so you have watching the ducks here, and it says nurturing. Helping things grow is so rewarding, whether it's a garden, an idea, or a tiny child. What can you nurture? Wow, I love that. So yeah, Spirit is really asking you right now, pile 2, to nurture your dreams here. Take care of them, put in the time, put in the effort, and watch them grow, and really be in that nurturing energy. And, make sure that you're being resourceful and you're taking things lightly and you're letting go of any negative or old, belief patterns around money or scarcity or lack, pile 2. So I love that for you guys. So that is all I have for you guys today, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please let me know down below. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 3. So you guys chose the white and black crystal here. Let's take a look at your message of the day. So you have the seal here with intuition. Lovely. You also have, I am open to divine guidance. You have lime with purifies and alleviates overwhelming feelings. You have amazonite with seek harmony and balance. Let peace guide your way. You also have the mouse spirit with confidence. Even the smallest actions can have a big impact, so never underestimate your abilities. And finally, you have soaring here. Beautiful energy, pile 3. So I'm getting the message here from Spirit that some of you in this pile may be feeling overwhelmed at times and maybe feeling ungrounded. And I feel like there's a message here from Spirit about really tuning into your third eye here and to your crown chakra, to that intuition within you, that higher voice that knows what to do and knows what to say. And really tuning into your intuition here and being open to divine guidance, being open to those messages that you're receiving from spirit, from your higher power, and trusting in that, believing in that, pile 3. And, I feel like that is going to help you find this harmony and balance here, is really being in that state where you're really tuned in to your inner voice and you're letting peace guide your way. So for some of you, you may want to practice some meditation or some yoga or some Reiki maybe, something that's going to get you in touch with your intuition here, with your own sense of knowing. And, I feel like there might be, this sense of disharmony here, imbalance. And I feel like Spirit is asking you to sort of look at that and really examine how you can heal that. And for some of you, you may want to, eat limes or keep limes around you because, as this card says, they purify that feeling of being overwhelmed or being worried. And also there's a message here about, it's interesting that you got the soaring card because it reminds me of birds, who are very connected to spirit. And, I feel like spirit just wants you to sort of tune into their messages, and you may even get messages from birds here, or they may be your spirit guides. And, I just get this message about you, just being on a higher vibration here and really working to be in that high vibration, that energy where you trust yourself, you believe in your intuition, you believe in your thoughts and your feelings, and you just go with it, pile 3. Having that confidence to believe in yourself and trust yourself, pile 3. So I love that. So I just want to get some tarot now to clarify this energy here. So you have the Wheel of Fortune. And that's beautiful because that can talk about fate, and believing in your own fate and believing that, Spirit is giving you guidance here. They are guiding you, and just like the wheel, turns and changes, things in your life will change as well, so I love that. You also have the 4 of Pentacles here. And that can be, it can be about trusting ourselves, and trusting that we know what is right for ourselves, trusting our intuition and establishing, a strong foundation for ourselves and really being rooted in the earth and rooted in ourself. And, it can be about grounding as well. So I feel like, there's earth energy coming up here because there is a need to ground yourself, pile 3. So you may want to even, spend time in nature, spend time outside with animals. All of that will help you really ground yourself. You also have the 6 of Wands here. And that's beautiful because it talks about victory. It talks about success, so I do feel like you will be successful in really finding that harmony and balance in your life and trusting in yourself and in your intuition, because I do see success here. You also have a lot of bird energy here, I'm noticing, which really makes sense in this pile. You also have the 7 of Pentacles here. I'm sorry, the 7 of Cups. And that's about, believing in our dreams, and trusting that we know the way, we know the right path, and not giving up hope, but believing in ourselves and believing in our dreams and knowing that we can make them happy. We can make them happen. And also, you know, finding this harmony and balance, I feel like is part of that energy as well. So I love that. So I just want to get one last message for you guys. So Spirit, can we get a final message or guidance for pile 3, please? Final message or guidance. Thank you. So you have the frisking ferret here with enthusiasm. And it says, if you can tackle a task with enthusiasm, you'll soon find it's no longer a task. Very interesting. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, Spirit is really wanting you to just, like I said, trust your intuition and know that, you know, you're doing what you love to do, pile 3. And as long as you love what you do, it will not be a task. You know, it will be fun. It'll be pleasurable, enjoyable. So, you know, I feel like it's really just about believing in yourself and believing in your dreams and knowing that you are making the right choices for yourself, pile 3. So I love that. So that is all I have for you guys today, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed the reading and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please let me know down below. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.